You hit the gas pedal to pull away from a stoplight, but instead of accelerating cleanly, your car severely bogs down, the exhaust smells incredibly heavy like raw gasoline, and your engine starts misfiring. This incredibly frustrating lack of power off idle is a textbook symptom of a P2178 trouble code, which is especially common on modern European and Asian vehicles from manufacturers like Volkswagen, BMW, Audi, and Mazda. This specific code tells you that the powertrain control module is detecting a system that is running way too rich off idle, specifically on bank 1, meaning the computer thinks there is way too much fuel and not nearly enough air in your combustion chambers. To figure this out, the engine computer heavily relies on the upstream air-fuel ratio oxygen sensor located right in your exhaust pipe, as well as the mass airflow sensor sitting just behind your engine air filter. When these sensors send data showing a rich condition, the computer desperately tries to compensate by cutting back the fuel injector pulse, which ultimately causes that terrible hesitation and misfire you feel behind the wheel. Before you jump the gun and start blindly replacing expensive oxygen sensors, you absolutely must check for any other fuel system-related trouble codes first, because things like a failing fuel pressure regulator or a stuck-open evaporative emissions purge valve will easily trick the computer into setting this exact code. If P2178 is the only code you have, pop the hood and go straight for the mass airflow sensor. Pull the electrical connector apart and inspect those tiny metal pins for any crusty green corrosion or burnt plastic. Give everything a thorough spray with electrical contact cleaner, or even some high-percentage rubbing alcohol, and let it air dry completely before packing it with dielectric grease. Next, you need to verify the mass airflow sensor is actually reading correctly. Grab a scan tool or a digital multimeter, tap into the signal wire, and watch the voltage as you slowly rev the engine. The voltage should rise smoothly and steadily alongside your RPMs. If the voltage randomly drops out or stays completely flat, your mass airflow sensor is dead and suffocating the engine. If the sensor passes the test, you will need to start digging into actual mechanical fuel delivery problems like a leaking fuel injector, but fixing those electrical connections first is usually the magic bullet.